The acronym BRIC, coined in 2001 by economist Jim O'Neill, originally referred to Brazil, Russia, India, and China. These rapidly developing nations shared the potential for significant global economic influence. In 2010, South Africa joined the group, solidifying the bloc as BRICS. These 5 nations represent a significant portion of the world's population, landmass, and economic output. Their emergence as a collective force signals a shift in the global balance of power. The BRICS nations have pursued greater cooperation in areas like trade, finance, and development. They established the New Development Bank as an alternative to Western-dominated institutions like the World Bank and IMF. The bloc also seeks to amplify its voice in international forums like the G20 and the United Nations. The recent expansion of BRICS to include 6 new members, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Egypt, Argentina, Iran, and Ethiopia, further underscores its growing global stature. This expansion reflects a desire to create a more inclusive and representative global order. The inclusion of oil-rich nations like Saudi Arabia and the UAE adds significant economic weight to the bloc. The addition of Iran, a country often at odds with the West, suggests BRICS's willingness to challenge the existing geopolitical landscape. The expansion of BRICS has reshaped the dynamics of global power, creating a more multipolar world. The formation and expansion of BRICS represent a direct challenge to the established Western-led world order. For decades, the United States and its allies have dominated global institutions and set the agenda for international relations. BRICS seeks to counterbalance this dominance by offering an alternative model of global governance. BRICS promotes a multipolar world where power is more evenly distributed. This vision emphasizes national sovereignty, non-interference in internal affairs, and respect for cultural diversity. The bloc advocates for a more equitable global economic system that benefits developing nations. BRICS challenges the West's handling of issues like climate change, global security, and international development. The rise of BRICS coincides with a growing sense of frustration among developing nations towards the existing global order. Many of these countries feel marginalized and unheard in international forums. They view BRICS as a platform to amplify their voices and advance their interests. The bloc's emphasis on South-South cooperation offers an alternative to traditional North-South development models. The emergence of BRICS has prompted introspection within Western nations. Critics point to the West's history of colonialism, imperialism, and interventionism as evidence of hypocrisy in its promotion of democracy and human rights. The wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, the global financial crisis, and the rise of populism have tarnished the West's image and eroded its credibility. The West's handling of global issues like climate change and inequality has also come under scrutiny. Developing nations argue that the West, as the largest historical emitter of greenhouse gases, bears a greater responsibility for addressing climate change. They criticize the West's reluctance to provide adequate financial assistance to developing countries for climate adaptation and mitigation. Furthermore, the West's focus on democracy promotion is often seen as a form of neo-imperialism. Critics argue that Western nations use democracy as a pretext to intervene in the internal affairs of other countries and advance their own geopolitical interests. They point to instances where Western support for regime change has led to instability and conflict. Despite its aspirations, BRICS faces significant internal challenges. The bloc comprises countries with diverse political systems, economic models, and foreign policy goals. Reconciling these differences and forging a common agenda remains a constant challenge. Internal conflicts and rivalries threaten to undermine the bloc's unity and effectiveness. For instance, the long-standing border dispute between China and India continues to strain relations between the two Asian giants. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has also created divisions within BRICS, with Brazil, India, and South Africa abstaining from condemning the invasion at the United Nations. The bloc's ability to present a united front on global issues is often hampered by these internal disagreements. Furthermore, BRICS has faced criticism for its lack of concrete achievements. While the bloc has established institutions like the New Development Bank, their impact on the global stage remains limited. Critics argue that BRICS is more of a talking shop than a force for real change. They question the bloc's ability to offer a viable alternative to the existing world order.